Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. It's Lizzie the Lightworker here. So today, guys, I'm answering a viewer's request. This is going to be for an Aries Divine Female and an Aries Divine Male in separation. So I did this a little differently, guys, because I only have one Aries card. I figured I'd pull the Queen of Wands to represent our Aries Divine Female and the King of Wands to represent our Divine Male, okay? Let me know if you guys like this style. Otherwise, usually I just have the astrology cards for the specific ones. So guys, thank you so much for your requests. I love you all so much. Now this is going to be for separation. So we're going to get into our Divine Female first. We'll get a couple of cards for her. How's she feeling? What is she working on? Maybe some advice for her for some healing, anything like that. Same thing with our Divine Male here. And then we're going to talk about why the separation occurred and what needs to happen maybe during the separation for these two. Any issues with the relationship or the pairing, okay? So let's get into our Divine Female Aries. I'm going to put their cards up here. Okay, so she, I feel like she more or less, I feel like she offered her love out to him, okay? I feel like she was very sensitive about this, okay? Very, very loving and nurturing and very emotionally stable. I feel like there's been some movement here, okay? I feel like she's sort of in a period where she's moving on, or she has now adopted her spiritual journey in the start of it, okay? I feel like she doesn't exactly know where she's going with this journey, and I do feel like things will fall into place with her as she goes away from this. With the Six of Swords, usually when that card comes up, it means that you absolutely had to move on and go, okay? There could have been some toxic things going on. There could have been some lack of understanding, some hurtful words, but either way, it means yes, you did the right thing. You had to move on, okay? I feel like during this time, she's getting a good handle on her emotional stability, okay? I feel like she has balanced her emotions. She has worked through her emotions, what she felt, the way that things happened. I feel like, with the love aspect of it, her heart was pure and true, okay? Now, I want to get into him because it does help me paint a picture here. So let's see what's going on with our Divine Masculine. All right, so I'm feeling like in this time, he is working on I'm feeling more business, career, growth type things, okay? Which wouldn't be surprising of an Aries male. I feel like he's sort of burying himself in his job or his work or his career goals or his career aspirations, or maybe trying to be an entrepreneur, trying to save some money, or maybe he's even focusing on training or school, okay? I feel like his ultimate goal is to have independence, okay? Independence over all things. Independence in money, job, career, relationships, all those things, okay? I feel like he was not ready to commit. He was not ready for this, okay? Where she was emotionally grounded and thinking solely about love and the ideas of love and the ideas of a pure relationship and wanting to be in a union, in a loving relationship with him and offering her love to him. She was solely focused on that and her emotions, okay? He was more focused on paying attention to himself when it comes to money, stability, making himself be as independent as possible, okay? And not having to rely or depend on anybody, okay? So I feel like that's a big issue for him. So could have had issues with that in the past in his life, and he maybe decided, I'm never gonna be like that again. I'm gonna fix my shit, and I'm gonna be financially independent, and that's all I care about. I don't care about love. I don't care about anything. Yes, I care about my family, whatever, but I care about my money and what I'm doing right now, okay? I got my eye on the prize. This is what I want. I have to have something for myself first before I can even think about having a relationship. I feel like in some ways he don't want a relationship because he's so focused on what he has to do for himself, and there is self-interest here, okay? There's a lot of self-interest here. This to me is saying there's a little bit of narcissism, okay? Self-focus, self-interest, sort of wanting to fill a void within himself. that maybe he felt was never filled by anything or anyone. I get some sense of entitlement here, okay? Like he has, it's almost like I should have all the money I want by now. I should be doing this. And a little bit of anger, okay? I feel like he's got some anger issues that he has not resolved, okay? I also feel like he would step on people to get ahead, okay? I feel like there's a little bit of bitterness and vindictiveness with him, and that he would step on people. He would backstab people, okay? He's in a very bad sort of ego energy, okay? Where he needs to realize that hurting people and trying to get ahead, and like, you know, if you're in a car race, you don't pop the person's tires in front of you because they're winning. I feel like that's the energy that he's carrying. Like he would pop somebody's tires to win the race, because it's so important to him. Status is so important to him. Looking good is so important to him. Looking good to others, his accomplishments, his achievements. He needs to have that to show to people, even if it's not complete, even if it's not honest, even if it's not 100% right for him. I feel like somewhere he got in this energy. I do feel like he is immature as well. I also feel like he needs to sort of revamp his whole thinking, like the way he thinks about the world and people and relationships and business and money. He needs to revamp everything. I almost feel like there's programming, okay? And a lot of the time, guys, with our ego, there's a ton of programming we receive from when we are children. We receive it from parents, okay? If we had a parent that was misogynistic, a father that was misogynistic and was a serial cheater, okay, it's not uncommon for a boy or even a girl to turn out that way because they monkey see, monkey do, okay? And I'm using that just as an example, okay? Please don't be offended by that or take that the wrong way. That's my example. That's what I'm feeling here, okay? I say what's coming out. I say what I'm feeling, and that's what I'm feeling. So, yes, this energy, this Five of Swords, okay, he needs to learn that he can't win all the battles. I feel like he's the kind of person that wants to win all the fights. Now, if you were arguing, he would do something or say something to hurt you, so you would shut up and he would win, okay? So he's got a lot of work to do on himself with that. I feel like he is sort of doing that, but then this energy sort of drags him back down, okay, brings him back down. So yeah, he's got quite a bit of work to do. Now, on the other hand, our divine female has done lots of work here. I feel like she is just very good in emotional control. She's trying to move on. She's trying to figure out what she wants to do. She's trying to come into her journey. I feel like, you know, she's not really afraid. I feel like she feels good about like where she's going, even though she may not know where that is. But what caused this separation here? I feel like there were some useless sacrifices, okay? So I feel like this appeals more to our divine female. I feel like she was sacrificing herself for him, sacrificing her own goals, her own dreams, her own visions, her own self, what she wanted out of a relationship. She was sacrificing that, like putting that on the back burner about what she wants out of a relationship, okay? I feel like she was like willing to change for him. She was willing to mold herself to what he wanted, okay? Sort of being a martyr for him. And that's not good because it definitely, I feel that's what caused emotional distress for her, okay? And that's why it took her so long to get back to this emotionally controlled state. I feel like she was the advisor for him. She listened to him. She encouraged him. She gave him advice, okay? She was selfless in every sense of the way when it came to him, but then she got stuck on it, okay? She got stuck on waiting for him to change, or waiting for him to come out of this energy, or waiting for him to commit to her, or waiting for more plans to progress with the relationship. So she got stuck a little bit. I feel like she might still be a little bit stuck, but not like she was, okay? Because this is movement. But yes, stuck. And it ended in disaster because when her feelings were not reciprocated, she thought, I'm hanging in here for this dude. I'm hanging in here, okay? I'm going to stay. I got staying power. I'm hanging in here. As long as I feel like something good is coming, because I really do feel like she was envisioning something good coming. She felt, as long as I envisioned something coming, maybe I could manifest it. No, it was a useless sacrifice. You were sacrificing yourself uselessly because he wasn't going to come out of this egotistical energy. So that caused fighting and arguing. I feel like she had a time where she blew up at him, and threw a lot of things up in his face, like saying, you know what, look, I stayed with you, I did this, I did that. And it just sort of reached ahead. It's like the pot boiled over on the stove. Boom, big explosion. I feel like there was some things too that sort of shocked her about him. I don't know specifically. I'm just picking up on like some shocking type things about him. I feel like he took this as a shock. He thought she was going to stay like this for as long as he wanted to wind her that way. Okay, it's like a little wind up thing. People like this in this energy, they think people are like wind up dolls. They think people are wind up toys, and they can manipulate and move them. This is 100% manipulation. Okay, so yes, he thought she was going to stay like that. It shocked him when she was like, no, no, I'm not having this shit anymore. No. And she literally, I feel like, packed up and moved away, got away from him. She packed her shit. If they were living together, I feel like she packed her shit and left. Either way, I feel like she was like, this is the end. I feel like it was just not on a good foundation. She felt the foundation might have been okay, might have been stable, secure, everything. It shocked her to find out that it wasn't. Okay, it was not built on the right things. Okay, because he couldn't provide what she needed. That's really what the problem is. So when the lightning bolt struck, it was like a utter wake-up call. Okay, so I feel like, yes, she had a wake-up call about him. She realized that she needed to get away from this, that he was not in good energy. He was sort of toxic to her. Okay, and I do feel like it's taking immense strength. This is where she pulled out her strength. She did try to provide these things to him. She tried to change him a little bit, okay? Only because she saw different potential in him at first, but I feel like it was like she was fooled in some way, or she was disillusioned in some way. So this is now her using her inner strength to come out of this, to sort of tame every emotion that she felt, okay? Every bad, crazy emotion, every argument, every nasty word, every shock, every surprise, every crumbling foundation. She pulled out her inner strength to persevere, okay? And she will continue to use that. Now, this is a healing aspect. Now, she is healing herself here. So healing has to happen out of this energy, okay? Healing for her. So her healing is more important. He's got lots of things to heal. I feel like he's got childishness. He's got childhood issues. To me, this is saying childishness, okay? He's got ego. He's got greed issues. He's very much in that 3D sort of, programmed mindset, okay? Very hard to come out of that, okay? I feel like it's going to take a lot of doing, like, people are going to have to, like, kind of shit him up. Like, they're going to have to kind of, like, he's going to have to learn hard lessons, okay? I feel like he's going to have to fail a bunch of times. I feel like he's going to have to get, like, a taste of his own medicine to even realize, like, what the hell's going on here, okay? I do feel like that'll happen. There is an element of karma here, okay? I feel like he may have karmic debt. Some type of karmic debt, okay? There is karmic number debt. If you guys are interested in that, I'm going to start doing readings about that. But yes, that's what I'm feeling. So let's get another card. Okay, and I do feel like he is sad that she left, but I feel like it's because he had so much of a martyr in her, and he got so much out of the relationship, that he feels sorry and regretful a bit, because I do feel like he kind of knows that he used her a little bit. He used up, like, her resources, like her good creative vices and her resources. I do feel like he used that up. So there is an element of apology. I would not be surprised if he came and offered you an apology, Divine Female. That could happen. If it did not happen yet, it could happen. It's on the rise, or it's in the making here, okay? So yes, he's in a depressive energy. I don't know if he suffers from depression, okay? That's another whole aspect of it. But I feel like if you're depressed or sad at all, I feel like you're definitely coming out of that, okay? So we're going to get a card for the Butterfly Oracle, and we're just going to pick one card here. Healing from the past. Yes. Okay. So this all has to do with the past. Now look, we're getting this card. It signifies sorrows and grief and loss and depression and sadness and regrets and apologies. Okay. So healing from the past on both ends. This is more a message for a Divine Female. So you're going to want to heal from all of this chaos that he sort of brought to you. Okay. You were the higher twin. All right. I feel like, he was a bit of the runner. Now I feel like you're a bit of the runner. So he may come into chaser mode for you, but he has to have all this resolved, okay? So you're going to have to pay very close attention to see. You're going to have to really use your intuition. So my advice to you is work on your intuition. When he's coming back and trying to apologize, you're going to have to work on the intuition piece to see if he's being authentic, okay? Or if he's ready. That's a good thing. But yes, healing from the past. He's got past healing to do, I think, from childhood. You have past healing to do from just this whole situation. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for your request. This has been Lizzie the Lightworker. See you in the next reading, guys.